Okay, let's do a little soft touch rebuild installation. The soft touch rebuild kit here that we'll put into the soft touch valve comes in brass and stainless. You can use the brass cap, hex cap, instead of the stainless on either one of these versions. It's not a bad idea because it'll act like a freeze plug in the winter and blow out if things freeze up on you inside. Tools you need, pretty simple. Little needle nose pliers, 3/4 inch wrench, or even just a regular crescent wrench. So let's do one real quick. Let's just do this guy here. It's good to put it in a vise. I'm going to remove the hex cap. This is going to be a stock rebuild kit. I'm going to put my somewhat improved version in there and pull out the spring and pull out the ball, and we're going to use the needle nose pliers to pull out the stem and the Teflon disc and the metal washer. That all comes with the stock kit. Okay, we're going to lose all of that. The O-ring is a low durometer O-ring. It's not the highest quality. The stem we're going to put in has a much higher durometer, more durable Viton O-ring, and it's going to have a better Teflon disc, more life. And even the O-ring for around the base of the hex cap is a higher durometer O-ring. The stock O-ring just pretty mushy. It's not very strong. See how flexible it is? It's not very. That's considered a low durometer O-ring. Okay. We'll get rid of that. Go with the new kit here. So there's the old one, there's the old one, here's the new stuff. Otherwise, pretty much the same parts. Ball spring, high durometer O-ring. Teflon disc that's got a little more life. I call this the deep dish. Something I made a few years ago to give it quite a bit more life. It holds the ball seated with a deeper seat, so you get a better seal. Otherwise it's the same there. Okay, so we've taken this out. There's nothing in there. Trigger lever goes up or down, no problem. New stem. It's a good idea to dip it in some of this high temperature silicone grease. We call this the little tub of silicone on the store. You're going to put this in first. You can use a glide cleaning tool or screwdriver or anything you want to kind of push it down. And as you do, if it's working smoothly, you should see the lever going up with it, so you can sort of make sure you've got a smooth flow of the stem up and down. Okay, and then with the old stock rebuild kit, there's this metal O-ring. Toss it. We're not going to use that anymore. This little flat Teflon disc, we're not going to use it anymore. This stem with the low durometer O-rings, we're not going to use that anymore. We've gone in with a high durometer stem. We're going to put the Teflon disc in next. Like I say, you can use the stainless cap or the brass cap. I call this the hex cap because of the 6 sides. This is kind of the secret to installing the rebuild kit. you're going to want to install the Teflon disc with this little procedure. You put it in the hex cap first. You don't try to figure out how to get it in there flat, because when you go to screw in the hex cap, you're going to deform it. This is where it ends up anyway, in this position down into the valve. So go ahead and start with it in that position. If yours is a little loose, you can put a little grease on the inside to kind of hold it steady for you so it won't fall out. And then you just simply see, we don't have the ball and the spring anymore, right? I mean, we haven't put those in yet, right? There's the new ones. We'll put them in a minute, but first we got to seat the Teflon disc. So this is how you do it. Hex cap, Teflon disc, screw it in. You'll feel it kind of mashing the Teflon disc down as you go. And then just immediately unscrew it again, and you should see the Teflon disc will be seated perfectly down in there. Okay? It's no longer in the hex cap, it's seated where it's supposed to be, down in the base of the valve. So the stem went in first, then the Teflon disc. Now we're going to do the spring and the ball. And to do that, it's pretty simple. You want to push the stem down, drop the ball in place, put the spring inside the hex cap, and then carefully set the hex cap in position and tighten it down. And if you've done it right, which is pretty easy to do if you just follow this little procedure, then you're going to have spring in the lever motion. It's going to go up and down like it should, and you're done. Okay, it should look like that. There it is. Guess that's it. We could have done this this brass. They come to me with the low durometer O-ring, so I like to change them out to the high durometer. Okay, same deal. Get this off, put this on. If you don't have a pick, you can use dental pick or one of these. I'll sell you one of mine. Nice little brass pick. Oh, see the difference? I don't know if you can see this. So I can't even get underneath this now because it's just a tighter. There it is. See, it's a tougher O-ring. It's not going to fail like these guys. In fact, the stem that I have in my rebuild kit pretty much is going to last several years. You shouldn't need to replace it. That's why we just sell the ball and the spring and the spring and the Teflon disc and one or the other, because those are the two most common things that do go out on these trigger valves with regular use. You're going to need to replace the Teflon disc and the spring most often. So you can buy them on the store as well individually, so you don't have to spend the whopping $8 on a rebuild kit. Okay, hope that helps. Any questions, give me a holler. Joe, 253-653-7209. See you.